like to talk to you about jury selection and how does a criminal defense attorney go about picking the right jury. We've almost all been called to jury duty one point or another. It's not something that anybody really particularly enjoys. And when you go to the courthouse, invariably what will happen is you go into a big room and everybody's asked a bunch of questions. The questions are, have you ever served on a jury before? Have you ever found somebody guilty or not guilty? Do you have any problems with sitting and hearing evidence and determining whether or not someone is guilty? All of those factors, all those questions that go into jury selection are really designed to allow the attorneys to determine whether or not someone can be fair and impartial, and whether they can listen to the evidence and apply the law and apply the jury instructions to the evidence that they hear. There are a lot of tricks to the trade, and really jury selection is more of an art than it is a science. There are definitely some jurors that I know just by pretty much looking at them that they may not make a very good juror. For example, if someone comes in and they look at my client, and then when they hear what the charges are, and they go like this, that tells me quite a bit. That tells me that that person probably is not going to be a very fair and impartial juror. Even if they say later on when they're asked by the judge, can they be fair and impartial, they say yes. I look at body language, I look at the way that they comport themselves, I look at the way that what are their facial expressions when they learn of what the charges are. Many times in DUI cases, when the jurors come in, they hear it's a DUI case, you'll see people roll their eyes, you'll see people go, huff or cross their arms. That to me tells me that those people, they don't want to be there, they don't like DUI, they don't like the charges, they've got something perhaps against my client right out of the gates and they need to be removed. Now it's not quite as simple as just saying, all right, well that person I don't like and I want them off, because you're only given a certain number of strikes. And so in any jury trial, it's not, you're not given an unlimited number of strikes where you can just remove somebody that you don't like. But what you try to do is you try to remove people for cause. You try to get them to say that they can't be fair and impartial, or that there is something about this particular case that would make it very difficult for them to sit in judgment of the defendant. And that is a real art, and that's something that I pride myself at, being able to get jurors that might be on the fence, that may not want to admit that they can't be fair and impartial, ask them questions and devise it in a way so that they admit to the judge, they just don't want to be there, they don't feel like they can be fair and impartial. And then you can remove those people for cause, and you're given unlimited strikes for cause. At the end of that, then you get 3, 4, or 5, depending on the type of case, a number of strikes. Now the flip side is the prosecutor is as well. They're given a number of strikes, and then who you wind up with is who you wind up with. If you have any questions whatsoever about picking a jury and the tricks of the trade, I'd be happy to speak with you. It's one of my favorite things. Give me a call. 602-989-5000 is our number. My name is Nick Alcock. I'm the owner of Alcock & Associates. Thanks so much.